What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Black Geek Cool podcast, where we talk about comic book and sometimes anime news from the small and the big screen from the past week. I'm your host, Gershon. This is episode 59. One more episode before 60. I didn't think I would get this far. I'm not going to lie to you. But yeah, before we get into the episode, please, if you can, go ahead and hit that like button. Go hit, rank the podcast 5 stars, whatever platform you're listening to the podcast on, Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, all that good places you can find the podcast. If you're listening to it on YouTube, go ahead, hit that like button, and also hit the subscribe button. Just go ahead, you know you want to become a subscriber to the channel, because that helps the channel and helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff, and gets me more listeners to the podcast, and that's greatly appreciated. I forgot something I was supposed to say. Check out Teesprings, Black Geek Cool Teesprings. You get a t-shirt. One way to support the podcast. You can also check out Black Geek Cool on Patreon. Become a patron. Look at the rewards. There is a reward where you can be a guest on the podcast. So if you think you want to do that, go ahead, hit that reward and become a guest. Hit that tier. I think it's like I forget what tier it is because I don't have it in front of me. But go check out the tiers and see which one you like and which one you would like to be a patron on. Also, you can just support the podcast by sharing it. That does a world of difference. Sharing it, liking it, letting people know about it, that definitely helps out immensely. So go ahead and try to do that if you can. Greatly appreciate it. So with all that out the way, all the intro and good stuff out the way, let's get into this episode. Just like last podcast, I told you guys, it's real scarce on information out here. Not a lot of stuff can happen, because everything's still shut down. But we got what we can, and we're going to try to have a good episode with this one. So let's get into it. Small screen news. First up, San Diego Comic-Con is doing a virtual event, basically, and it's free. So it's I'm assuming it's supposed to be 3 days. There's not a lot of information out right now, being that they had canceled, so they're scrambling. It's going to be interesting to see. They're going to do, I'm guessing, a lot of Zoom and things. I don't know if they're going to have a limited capacity, because it is free and it's online, but you got servers, you don't want to bog them down, so you got to kind of cap it off at a certain amount of people so your servers don't get too messed up. But I'm definitely going to be checking this out. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure it's not a replacement for, there in person. But as of right now, you can't be there in person. So I'm guessing, this is the best next thing. Let me know, what do you guys think about that? Are you going to watch it? I mean, you're going to watch it because there's nothing to do. And once they start letting us know who's going to be there, who's going to show up, all that good stuff, will it get you excited? Would this be able to give them people that they wouldn't normally get there, being that they can just do it from their house? I think people will be like, yeah, I could do this, definitely. I think they'll be more inclined to come up on the podcast. Sorry, I was reading something. To come up on the event, being that they could just do it from their house and just talk about it from their house. I think that would make them be like, yeah, I'd definitely do it. So it's going to be real interesting to see how it goes, if it crashes, if it's something they can try to monetize off of, or if it's something that will continue down the road. And it's got to be a little cheaper too. You don't have to book events and all that good stuff for people to stay and stuff like that. So it might be a little money maker for them in the long run. Especially since everybody's already kind of pulling out of Comic-Con. But we're going to talk about more of that in later on in the podcast. Up next, we have HBO Max is going to lose a lot of their DC movies. They tried to spin it. They tried to spin it to where they were saying oh, every month we're going to change the DC movies and bring new stuff in, pull some stuff out, and then bring it back later. Realistically, a lot of those streaming licenses are still out on other platforms. I'm pretty sure they got what they could get back to be able to launch HBO Max, so they can have as many DC movies on HBO Max at launch. But after a month and a half, a lot of those streaming contracts are going to go back into effect, where those have to be on different streaming services for a certain amount of time. So I don't have the full list, but I know like Wonder Woman, Justice League, Batman vs. Superman, Batman and Robin, a couple of the animated DC movies are going to be gone, I think at either July 1st or like July 9th or something like that. They're going to be gone. So go watch it while you can. I got to go watch Batman and Robin. I didn't see that animated movie. But maybe they'll bring Justice League Apocalypse War, I think it's called. I still gotta watch that. I want to watch it, but I don't, because it's gonna be good and it's gonna make me be upset with live action DC. It's just what it is. It's gonna happen. Their animated movies are always better than the live action ones. But that's a whole nother spiel. We'll talk about that in another time. In other news, the Promsied Neverland is getting a live action series at Amazon. At Amazon. I don't know why I said it like that. At Amazon. So I still haven't watched this anime, but the fact that it's getting a live adaptation already speaks volumes. Means that it's at least popular enough, interesting enough, and they feel they can do this, or at least somewhat do it, to where it's not as horrible as most of the adaptations have been in history, at least with anime to Hollywood. So it's gonna be kind of interesting. Give me a second, let me drink some water. Sorry, it's getting kind of parched. So that's interesting. Some other news about Promsied Neverland. Apparently they were on Adult Swim on Toonami. I didn't know about that. But they are getting a English dub coming to Funimation in July 1st. So I think that's when I'm going to actually start watching it. Because, you know, I'm all about the dub game over here. Like, I know sub is okay. Not knocking anybody for this sub game. I've watched a couple things subbed, but I would rather watch it dub. But that's just me. Yeah, but so we have those two things to look forward to. So I think they're still in the development phase for the live action, so it's not happening anytime soon. So we have plenty of time to watch the first season of the anime, learn the characters, learn the plot, and all that good stuff. And then we can dive into it when it comes for live action and see how badly they messed up and pulled away from the movie. Just like that Artemis Fowl movie. I still got to watch that too, but I'm hearing I just should pass on watching it. But I guess I could pass on it. I have to think about that. And I do want to pass on it. I'm just saying. In other news, so on the set of Stargirl, we saw some pictures from on set from Stargirl from, I think it's going to be episode like 7. Little quick plug, if you're listening to this now, go check out BLACKGEEKCOOL. I have a review of episode 1, 2, and 3. I've watched those. I got reviews of those. Go check them out on BLACKGEEKCOOL on YouTube. Check out those reviews. Let me know if you want me to keep going on those, because this show is not the greatest. But they did have an on-set pictures of Sportsmaster and Tigress. I'm not gonna lie, Sportsmaster looked terrible. Tigress did not look any better. Sportsmaster just looks so bad. It looks really bad. Like, he has that, you know how like baseball umpires wear that chest thing to protect their chest, It seems like he has like one of those. It's not a. It has grooves in it, like it's supposed to be a backstop catcher's chest thing, but it seems like it's overly big. His mask looks terrible. Tigress, I don't know, maybe she has that mask, but in the picture she didn't have the mask. Her outfit didn't look all that great. It looks so low budget. I don't know what to tell you guys. It looks so low budget. Like, I don't think this is Taskmaster's or Sportsmaster's first appearance in a live action, but it's definitely not one of his best appearances. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just looked so bad. It just made me sad. It just made me sad. But I don't even know what to say to that, man. If you like it, touche to you. I really haven't heard any positive things about Stargirl. I haven't heard positive things. Sorry. Maybe it'll pick up. I don't know. We'll see. But let me know if you're excited about seeing Taskmaster. Why do I keep saying Taskmaster? That is Marvel. Sportsmaster and Tigress in Stargirl. And also, I know there's supposed to be some other villains that are popping up. If I continue that series, I will get to those villains. In other news, I finished, how do you say it? Dora? Is it Dora? Dora? Whatever. Kaiman, the sorcerer and the humans, that anime. I finished the first season. I think I'm going to do a review on it. Let me know if you want me to. I think I am going to do a review on it. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's really good. Like, I watched the first episode, I was like, okay, I feel this. Watched the second episode, I was like, okay, I like this. And then by the third episode, I really wanted to learn more about that world, learn more about these characters, figure out this mystery that's going on. And it's got good action, some really good fight scenes. Characters are really interesting. They go through stuff. Like, it's not just this character does this for this reason. No, they go through stuff that gets them why they're there, and then you actually see them grow from there too. So that's really interesting to see. I don't know if it's gonna get a second season. I really hope it does. I hope it's doing good enough to continue, because I really liked it. Let me know, how do you guys feel? Did you watch Dora? Or I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. The anime with the dude with the lizard head. His name is Is it Kaiman? Nomi's a beast. But Kaiman, it's really good. What is the... There's like Nomi, and there's like the other blonde head lady, she's a beast. The dude with the heart mask, he's a beast. I forget his name. He's a beast. Oh, it's really good. You should definitely check it out. Definitely one of the animes I'm recommending you guys watch. Yeah, it's on Netflix, so easy. If you got Netflix, go check it out. If you don't got Netflix, ask one of your friends for the password or something, or do it on some illegal site. I'm not saying you should. If you choose to, that's your choice. But I'm saying it's worth watching. I'm not saying it's worth going to jail over it. Don't go to jail over it. But if you can, you need to peep it and watch it. It's real good stuff. Next up, Nickelodeon celebrated Pride Week. They had Korra and SpongeBob. Kudos to Nickelodeon. Kudos. I know they probably got a lot of backlash for it. I know they got a lot of backlash when they were like, they put something out for Black Lives Matter and were saying stuff to kids about, don't treat people different because they look different. We all are human. We all deserve to be treated equally. And people was like, oh, you are a cartoon channel. You're for kids. Why are you trying to do this? Like, because kids need to hear this. They need to hear this instead of that racist stuff. their parents are telling them, or the bigoted stuff their parents are passing down to them. Like, you're not born evil, born hateful. You learn it through adults. So give them something positive to hear. Like, come on. But touche to Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon standing up. They do that. Was that 20 hours of play thing where they shut down their channel and just put go play outside, trying to get kids to go play outside. Like, Nickelodeon is like really trying to be a big brother, and a decent big brother at that, trying to lead your kids in the right way. Y'all still hating on them. Come on now. I mean, I don't got cable, so it don't matter to me. But come on, stop being mean to Nickelodeon. In other news, so DC is doing a fandom thing. So it's basically like Comic-Con. They're having a virtual tour event extravaganza, I guess. But it's only for 24 hours. It's supposed to come August 22nd. It's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're supposed to have like a fandom, a dome, like their main part is where they're going to talk about upcoming DC movies, TV shows, and all that good stuff. And then they're going to have like action dome, I guess it would be called, where you could go read comics and buy merch, I guess. And then they're going to have a kids section where the kids go see the DC girls and the Teen Titans, or Teen Titans Go, DC animated stuff for children, DC shows for children. And I think they're having another, like, I guess it's a rewatch for stuff that was on the main stage. They're going to have it on another stage, replay of it just in case you missed it. But it's supposed to be for 24 hours. They actually have a limit to how many people can get in, which they have to because it's free. It's free, but they're going to limit it how many people can get in on the servers so they don't crash the servers and all that good stuff, because that's not good publicity. Even if you think it is, it's not. Just be realistic. You want people to see your stuff. If they can't see it, it defeats the purpose. There's rumors that Henry Cavill will be there, so they're going to announce how Henry Cavill is going to continue in the DCU. They might be have some stuff about Black Adam, have some stuff about Shazam 2. I doubt they're going to have Wonder Woman stuff, but they might. They're going to have some stuff about the Suicide Squad. They're going to have some stuff about the Snyder Cut, talking about that. It's going to be very interesting, and the fact that DC is the first one to do this, to where it's the first one out of the big studios to do it without Comic-Con, and it being virtual, the first time that it's worldwide, everywhere at the same time, is massive. And the fact that DC beat Marvel to this, touche DC, trying to get on the board. I see you. Now, it depends on how it goes. I'm hoping for the best. I will be covering it, watching it, talking about it, reviewing it, all that good stuff when it does come out. But I'm hoping they can pull it off, because it would be amazing. It would be really cool if they could. But that's supposed to be coming again August 22nd. 24 hours. I'm pretty sure once we get closer, they'll start giving us like times and dates. Certain panels will happen, and certain events during that event will happen, so you kind of can plan out your time. Only thing I hate is that it's only 24 hours. Why wouldn't you make this at least a whole weekend thing or something like that? But maybe they just testing the waters out right now. 24 hours. We can see if we can do this for 24 hours, and if we are successful, we'll expand it to a week or a weekend. Probably start with a weekend first, and no telling if they're going to do this every year, once a year, probably probably, or every other year, maybe every other year, maybe. We'll see. But very interesting, very cool. I am super kind of excited about it to see what they're going to show. Yeah. Touche to DC. In fact, they kept this quiet so it didn't leak to Marvel. Because unbeknownst to certain people, Marvel, they're not going after DC, but they are going after DC in a way. Because only reason we got Civil War is because Marvel found out DC was doing Batman vs. Superman. And only reason we got, I don't say only reason we got Black Panther, but Marvel tried to beat DC to having the first black superhero live action movie. And DC still trying to catch up to that. They tried to beat them to having the first woman starring in the movie, but they didn't beat them in that. But yeah, so Marvel, we'll see what Marvel does. I can see them putting together something in the next maybe 5-6 months, because we're still going to be on lockdown. We're not going to have I forgot what it is, a vaccine by then. So we still might need virtual tools in the way it's going. It might be a second outbreak, because people still be safe out there, people. I know things are opening up. I know the government's saying, hey, it's safe to come out. It is not safe to come out. People are still catching this corona, and they're catching in droves now because they think it's safe, and they out here willy-nilly. You go out, put a mask on, sanitize your hands, wash your hands, try to limit how close you are to people. In the end, protect yourself. I get it. It's warm. It's summertime. You want to go out there. It's sundress season. I get it. Put a mask on and go look at sundress. Just be safe. Try not to. It's one summer. Let it go. One summer you can just chill in the crib. It's okay. Last bit of news, because I don't think I got any more news on my notes. Nope. Last bit of news. PlayStation had their little conference to announce PlayStation 5. We got to see the PlayStation 5. We got to see some games. Games look interesting. But for me, the biggest game was Spider-Man Miles Morales. And there's a little bit of controversy. People are wondering if this is a add-on to the last Spider-Man game, or is this a whole game in itself, which does raise real questions. Is this his own standalone game, or is this an add-on to the other game? If it's just a add-on, what'd you call it, extension pack or something like that. I forgot what it's called. I haven't been playing games in so long. I forgot names and stuff. If it is, that's upsetting, that you couldn't give Miles Morales his own game. He's become popular. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is an Oscar-winning movie. Should have did a lot better. Should be an Oscar-winning movie for Best Picture, but it's an Oscar-winning movie for Best Animated Movie. Still Oscar. But yeah, and one of the best Spider-Man movies, period. I'll fight you on this. I will fight you on this. Tell me how this is not the best Spider-Man movie, period. Not best animated Spider-Man movie, not best cartoon Spider-Man movie, best Spider-Man movie, period. Super excited for the Miles Morales game. I still haven't played the first Spider-Man game, so I don't really want to get a PS5, but I might be getting a PS5. I might have to, just to try to play this. Or I'm going to come over to somebody's house and play it for a little bit, just to get my Spider-Man itching and play it a little bit. But yeah, but with the PS5, people are just talking about it. It looks like, what's it called? A router. It does. It looks terrible. The PS5 memes have come out. They're funny. They're hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But also, they didn't tell us how much this thing is gonna cost. So people are estimating between $500 to $800. That's where they're estimating between how much you think it is. And there's supposed to be a disc version and an only digital version. So those two prices might vary for that. Yeah, it's not what I expected to look like, but then again, some people care what their some people care what their console looks like. And then there's some people that are like, if I'm going to be paying $800 for this thing, why don't I just build a PC? For those that are thinking about building a PC, just can't talk right now. You should go talk to, well, I don't say talk to, but go follow the Black Okage. You can find him on YouTube, all that stuff. He plays PC. He lets people know about what PC. He probably points you in the right direction, or let you know what you should check him out. He's on Twitch, all that good stuff. So go check him out. He's a big gamer, does reviews, all that. So if you're looking for a gamer reviews and that happens to be a black guy, go check him out. He's really good. Has a podcast too, Okage Thoughts. Go check that out. But yeah, super excited for that. Let me know how you feel. Are you excited for the Miles Morales game? Are you excited for any other PS5 games? Are you excited for the PS5 itself? Hit me up. Let me know on Instagram, Twitter, BlackGeekCool, or BlackGeekCool at Gmail, or BlackGeekCoolPodcast at gmail.com. Let me know. And that's all we have for small screen news. As always, you can let me know if there was something I missed that you wanted me to get my opinion on, or wanted me to talk to you about, or get my thoughts on, and I didn't get it in this episode. I would definitely put it in the next episode. Alright guys, it's time for big screen news, and this is going to be hard because there's not a lot of news. So little news. So, first up, we're going to talk about the giant elephant in the room, Tenent. Tenent was supposed to come out. When was it supposed to come out? I think it was supposed to come out on the 15th of July. I believe it was supposed to come out on the 15th of July. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, as you probably figured out, it moved. Warner Brothers moved a lot of their movies. So, Tenent moved from July 15th to July 31st. They did realize a lot of theaters are opening and will be opening on July 10th. Like, that's the date that a lot of theaters put in cement, or like, yes, we're opening on this date, if they're not already open. So Tenent pushed back, and they're not going to be necessarily the first movie that hit theaters. The first movie will be... Actually, it will be Interception. No, not Interception. Interstellar. No, not Interstellar. Inception. Wow, I could not think of that. Inception actually is doing, I think it's their 15-year anniversary. So they're doing a re-release of that movie. So that's going to theaters. So that's one of the first movies that's going to be in theaters. I think, what was it called? Hinged, some movie with Russell Crowe. It looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked terrible. I saw the trailer. It's just a mad white man. Honestly, mad white man in traffic. It's what it looks like. I don't know why they made this movie. I don't know why. I don't know how they got this far along in the movie and then go, you think we should be putting this out? Because it's the guy that got mad at road rage, and he's just taking it out on people for no reason. But it's coming to theaters. Unless there's some twist in it I didn't see in the trailer. I doubt it, but it's coming. So those movies will be first. Tenet is getting pushed back. Also, Wonder Woman has gotten pushed back. It's been pushed back to October 2nd, which is, I'm pretty sure they did that to give some room between Tenant and Wonder Woman. You don't want to mess up those two movies' runs. You want to give them some space. I think they're still working on some stuff on Wonder Woman, testing things out. I know they kind of changed the formula from the first Wonder Woman movie to this Wonder Woman 1984. So that's unfortunate. I don't know how that's going to play. I'm not hearing positive things from news outlets about the Wonder Woman. A little bit of stuff that they might know about it. A little bit of plot details and stuff like that. If DC messes this one up, come on, DC. I'll be shooting for you. You just be knocking yourself down for no reason. But unfortunately, we have to wait for that too. So, and this is another thing. I am really on the borderline if I am gonna go to these movies right now with this pandemic going on. Some people are gung ho. They're like, yeah, once movies start, I'm back in there. I'm not one of those people. I don't know if I'm gonna go. And if I do go, I might go to like the very first showing of the day. Full mask. I am getting on Amazon right now looking for one of those full face masks with the breathers on there. I might even scuba it out. Give me a scuba tank. Gloves on, no rubbing eyes. I don't know. But how do you feel? Are you willing to go see Wonder Woman in theaters with the possibility of catching Corona? Is a Tenant one you'll go see to possibly catch Corona with a chance of that? I get it. People are like, oh, I go outside all day and I'm already at the grocery store. I'll go to the store. That's different. That's whole different. You have to go in the movie theater, sit down for 2 hours in a small room where the air circulates in that room with a whole bunch of other people. Some theaters are trying to space people out, have a seat between each group of people, not feel more than, like, I think they said 30% capacity, but when money start coming in, you start throwing those safety things out the window because you're trying to get that money. Y'all ain't been having money for a minute. Y'all need some revenue. You got people excited to come out. You're going to take advantage of that. I'm sorry. But that's just how I feel. I don't know if I am going to be there first day, so you might not see a review from me for a minute on these movies when they come out. I'm sorry. But other movies that got moved, Matrix 4 got moved to April 1st, 2022. Whoo, that's a big move. Understandably, they were in the process of filming this movie when everything shut down, so they're way behind schedule. And if that movie got moved, we're pretty sure John Wick 4 got moved because Keanu Reeves stars in that, and he has to do Matrix 4 before he can do John Wick 4. So, inevitably, that movie will be moved too. At one point in time, these two movies were going to come out almost in the same week. Now, that's likely not to happen. Sucks, but it is what it is. Also, which got moved, Godzilla vs. King Kong got moved. It got moved to May 21st. 2000. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Matrix 4 got moved to April 1st, 2022. Godzilla vs. King Kong got moved to May 21st, 2021. So it got moved to make room for stuff, but it also got moved because I think they're still working on the VFX of this movie, trying to get that all locked down. So that was kind of a helpful move, I would say, to get everything settled in and all that good stuff. But man, I heard that Godzilla movie is good. So it sucks that it keeps getting pushed back. Understandable, but sucks because I would like to see a good Godzilla movie. I like King Kong too. I liked him in Skull Island. That was my favorite of these latest monster movies from Godzilla per se in that universe. Yeah, I want to see more King Kong. Honestly, I like Skull Island. I thought it was really good. I had fun with it. Godzilla vs. All Monsters. I did not have fun with that. Not very much. Not at all. I'm just being real with you. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But some good news though. No Time to Die actually moved up. It was supposed to be coming out November 25th. Now it's coming out November 20th, 2020. So I don't know if they know something, but they did move it up. So I'm not the biggest James Bond fan, but it is something new to watch, so that's always a positive. Oh, I forgot to talk about Kibo and the Wonder Beast. Season 2 is out on Netflix. Go check that out. Season 1 is amazing. It's such a good show. Oh, I think I talked about this. Maybe I did. Whatever. I'm talking about it again. Such a good show. I haven't got into season 2 because I wanted to finish Dura Dura, or you know which one I'm talking about. But I'm about to get in season 2 this week. Start watching it. Let me know if you want me to do a review of season 1 and season 2, because I'll rewatch both of those. They're really good. The music is cool. The characters are awesome. Oh wow, Benson is hilarious. What's her name? Wolf. Wolf is a beast. Oh, Wolf is a beast. You should definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. If you got Netflix, or if you know somebody with Netflix, go watch Kipo and the Wonder Beast. I think it's the Wonder Beast. It's such a good show. Such a good show. Oh, I hope they don't do you dirty though, like they ended season 1. I didn't like the way they. That was the only criticism is I don't like the way they ended season 1. I think they could have did a better job ending it, but I digress. Still, 10 out of 10 on that show. Season 1 is really amazing. I hope season 2 is just as good. I really do. But back to big screen news. I went on a tangent right there. Sorry. Like I said, James Bond, No Time to Die is moving up November 20th, 2020. You can check that out in theaters if it doesn't get moved. Honestly, all these things might change. Even James Bond being moved up, it could change. Because if we have a second outbreak, boom, all those movies are delayed. I haven't heard anything about Mulan, what's going on Mulan, or Black Widow. I've heard rumors, I specify once more, rumors that Mulan might go to digital on demand, or video on demand is the way you want to say it. Not go to Disney Plus. I'm going to make that clear. The rumor I heard, it's not going to Disney Plus for free. It will go to video on demand at a price, and it might be a higher price than everything else that already has been out. If it does that, I probably will buy that because I want to see what that movie is like. But yeah, that's the rumor. I don't know if it's true. Take that with a grain of salt. It is what it is. And our last bit of news, like I told you, there's really no news, big screen news out there right now. So this is all we got, guys. Sorry. So last bit of news, Disney is in the process, well, they've already kind of been in the process, if you start thinking about it, to apply the MCU formula to the Star Wars brand, which if you pay attention, they've already kind of been doing. The way the MCU is literally connected to all of each other's movies, also all their streaming shows, they're trying to do that with Star Wars right now. As of test one was Mandalorian, see how they do that. And they're slowly bringing in Clone Wars. I cannot say those words. Clone Wars, all that season, and they're bringing in Rebels. They're bringing in different characters that are are all around at the same kind of time, so they can cross over. One can go here, one can go there, one can go to one of the Disney Plus shows, one can go to the movies, or vice versa, and make it very versatile to where they're telling multiple stories throughout multiple universes. You can see throughout the movies they're trying to lock down in a certain time frame so they can have all these things accessible to each other. I think it's a good idea. Because it'll give us different Star Wars stories. I am one of those people that are tired of hearing about Skywalker. Yes, Luke is awesome. Luke is great. But there's other people in this universe. More interested people in this universe. I hate to say it. More interested in people in this universe. I am super interested in Ahsoka. Like, from her story to where she gets to, super interested. I think she's dead. Because she's supposed to be dead in, spoiler alert if you didn't see Rise of Skywalker, which you did because it made $1 billion, I believe. I think it did, yeah. She's supposed to be dead in that movie, but you hear her voice as a ghost, a Jedi ghost. I think it's a Jedi ghost. I don't know what they call it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm really interested in her story. I'd love to see her in live action. And she's going to be in live action. Technically, she is. I forget. She's going to be in Mandalorian too. So, you're getting these characters, and if you do it right to where you can have new movies about newer characters and still be able to spin them off of old characters and make it work really well. And that's one of the things about the new trilogy. People were upset at how fast they ushered out these old characters for these new characters. It wasn't a seamless blend, and I think they could have did that better to give you the time to let go of the old characters, but also give you the time to embrace the new characters and watch that regime pass that gauntlet. It would have been great if they did that, but they didn't. They messed that up. They did. I'm going to be 100% you. But mind you, I still love Force Awakens. I had so much fun with that movie. I watched that movie over and over again. It's really fun. I had fun with that one. The other two, not so much. I won't watch those again unless I'm being tortured. I'm going to be honest with you. I will not watch those again unless you pay me. If you pay me or you're torturing me, that's the only way I'm going to watch those. I'm just being 100% honest with you guys. Alright, that is all the big screen news I have. Let me know if there was something I missed that you want to get my opinion on, get my thoughts on, or hear me talk about, and I'll definitely put it in the next podcast. Alright guys, we're back from a bit of a delay in not getting these. We're back with live reaction movies. I did a live reaction to the trailer, but never got around to review. And this time we're doing The Lion King, the live action animated remake, which is weird. I don't know why they call it live action because it's all animated. Whatever. We watched it. It took me a while to watch it. Up front, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be up front. It was really hard to watch. It's basically a shot for shot of the animated movie. In all fairness, I watched the animated movie like 3 months ago, and that thing is amazing. It still holds up. It's really good. All those emotional beats, all those joyous moments, the songs, the color, the animation still holds up. It's really good. Really good. I watched it with my kids, and I was watching it more than they were watching it. It's really good. There's a new live action one. It is. It's weird because the animals are talking, but they don't have. They don't have facial feature movement to where you can emote. That's the word I was looking for. They don't emote in this, so you can't really tell what those animals feel. Like, they saying what they feel, but you don't feel what they're feeling, if that makes any sense. It's hard to read a face when it's just plain. and like when they're talking, their eyes are kind of dead. I know it sounds weird. It's unnerving for them to be so realistic. You lose a lot of their character when they can't emote with their face. The subtle things. I know at times it was hard for me to tell the female lions apart from each other or the hyenas apart from each other because they all have the same face and it doesn't move. They don't have any distinguishing characteristics in their face. Even Scar was hard to tell Scar different from Mufasa sometimes, or hard to tell him from Simba at times. Rafiki was real bland. It was weird. So the voice acting is fine. It's not an issue. Only thing I hate to say this, I love Donald Glover. He does great work, great musician, great director, great creator, awesome. His voice, it's not bad, but it doesn't feel like Simba, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if I don't even know who the guy was that played Simba in the animated movie, in the first animated movie, but his voice, it just connects to that character so much better. Even Beyonce's voice is not the greatest with Nala. You still have James Earl Jones' voice, so that's amazing. He's still amazing. Scar's voice actor, I forgot who was Scar's voice actor. I'm going to look it up. The hyenas' voices, it was cool to hear. Was that Key? I know it was Key and Eric Andre. There was no need to have a celebrity voice there. I mean, honestly, there was no need. It could have been anybody. Zazu's voice actor wasn't that great. I mean, Seth Rogen as Puma, and I forgot the dude's name that's played Timon. It didn't have the same feel. Honestly, it didn't have the same feel. So Scar is played by, I can't pronounce his name. I always mess up his name. Idra. I'm gonna butcher his name. He's such a great actor. I hate that I butcher his name. Chiwetel. I can't pronounce it phonetically. I can't. Chiwetel Ejiofor. It sounded so bad. I'm gonna call him CE. CE is a great actor. He's amazing. But unfortunately, he doesn't capture. I hate to say it. The original Scar. Who was that did the original Scar? Hold on, I'm looking it up. Who played the original Scar? Jeremy Irons. CE is a great actor. Don't get me wrong. I loved him in so many different movies. Kinky Boots. I loved him in Doctor Strange. He's great in what's that? He's in so many great movies I can't think of right now, but he's such a good actor. But I'm sorry, he couldn't match up to the original Scar. I know that sounds terrible. I wish he could. It just didn't have that thunder beneath the voice that made you just know that he was evil. Like, you got he was evil, but the original Scar made you feel he was evil. And it was, it's just, I might watch it again. I might watch the original because it's such a good movie. The songs didn't hit the same. Moments didn't hit the same. Like when Mufasa died, it hit differently. It wasn't as gut wrenching and an emotional moment. Like, I still got emotional because I'm a father now. So a dead dad or a dead kid or mom dad moment or something like that gets me all the time now. I'm so soft on that now. But it didn't hit you like you thought it should. Like, it felt empty. Like you you were just kind of going through the motions of that one, and it didn't pay off. And I mean, it's just and the fact that there's nothing really new in it, like it's just a shot for shot. Basically, that's all it is. They change a couple words here and there, like with Pumbaa, he didn't say, "That's Mr. Pig to you." That's a great line. Why'd you take that out? It's just not the same. I'm sorry, it's not the same. I mean, I understand why Disney made it. They made $1 billion off of it. Their live action remakes are making billions of dollars. I totally understand. Keep doing your thing. But this one wasn't for me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hate to say it. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I'd give it a 3. Like, to be honest with you, it took me a month to fully watch this movie. Like, I would watch it and I was getting bored, so I had to turn it off before I fell asleep. That's how much I didn't like it. Oh, I know I hate that I say that, but it's just not. It's not good. There's one thing where Mufasa's talking to Simba. After Simba's all grown up, he's adult. Rafiki does his part where like, "Hey, your father, I know where he is." And he shows him a pool of water, sees the reflection. He's like, "He lives in you." That's a great moment, but it doesn't hit. It doesn't hit with these characters that can't emote. And then Mufasa's talking to him through the clouds, and they don't even show like fake lion Mufasa. They just show clouds, and every so there's a lightning, and they kind of show his face. No, just show his face. It was not good. But it's not my Lion King. Maybe this new generation loved this Lion King. They enjoyed it. They clearly spent money on it. So maybe it's for them. I still have my original Lion King, so we're all good. I'll go watch that I'll go put that on. It's still on Disney Plus. I'm good there. So for me, it's not good. It's not good. Hit me down in the comments. Hit me on Instagram. Hit me on Twitter. Let me know how you feel about Lion King 2019. If you finally saw it, because I finally saw it. And let me know how you felt about it. Yeah. But that is the podcast for this week, guys. Just a reminder, you can catch the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, iTunes, or any other place you listen to podcasts. You can also listen to the podcast on Black Geek Cool YouTube channel and check out reviews, live reaction to trailers when we get trailers again. I did a Tenent live reaction trailer, so you can go check that out. Reviews on movies and reviews on TV shows. I'm working on being more consistent on that. Oh, consistency is so hard sometimes. But yeah, you go check it out there. Thanks for listening, guys. You can support Black Geek Cool by sharing the channel, sharing the podcast, rating the podcast 5 stars, leaving feedback. You can do it in-app. Leave a review on there. That definitely helps. Liking the podcast on YouTube also helps as well. If you would like us to go a little further and support Black Geek Cool, you can check out the Patreon, become a Patreon, look at the tiers, see if that's one of the tiers you would like, and get some cool rewards. Or you can buy a t-shirt from Black Geek Cool Teesprings and support the podcast financially that way as well. I'm working on getting the Cash App, so you guys can donate if you want to that way. Throw $5-10 here and there just to show your support. That way, if you would like to, let me know if that's something you guys want to do. I'll get that set up as soon as I can. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking the time out your day and, listen to me ramble on about nerd stuff that we all enjoy and love. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next podcast.